of Pima, you're on
All
the
right,
red.
here we go. We're live. It's Wednesday morning. Welcome to Win the Day podcast. I'm fired up. You're here. I hope yesterday was awesome. Hope it was the greatest day of your life, and I hope tomorrow's twice as good as today. But we're going to talk about today. I want to win today. We'll worry about tomorrow. Today I want to talk about dreams. And more importantly, I want to talk about the dreamer's dream, the one you're afraid to even think about. And the reason why this hits me, because I used to have a dream. I had all these little dreams that I wanted to do, right? Dreams, goals, things I want to do. And I remember sitting with Gary in our mastermind thing, and he talked about how most people create these dreams and they're way, way too low. And he drew out the little graph and he showed the little line going up over time, right? Up and to the right. And he said, you guys, you work so hard on these dreams. Why not move your line from here to here? Just go crazy, dream big. And it kind of hit me then. And here's what his story was. Because what happens is you're going to aim for your dream and you're going to come up short, right? Most people have a big goal and they come up a little bit short, right? Mm-hmm. And that's fine. But what if you adjusted your goal up 80-degree up and you still come up a little bit short? You're still going to be 10 times farther than what your other goal was. You're still going to come up short, but your short is going to be great compared to what it was. And it got me thinking about it because I had dreams. I remember when I was younger, yesterday, I wanted to travel to Europe. I wanted to run marathons. I wanted to get married. I wanted kids. I wanted to learn a foreign language. But those aren't inspiring dreams. I mean, there's something for sure. And I did. I traveled. I ran marathons. I got married. I have kids. I wanted to write something that other people would remember, right? I think of these songs that are now 50, 60 years old and people can sing them on a drop, like Paul Simon songs, and just, there's a lot of them. I thought that'd be really cool if I could write something that people will remember after I'm long gone, right? Elvis has been gone for a long time, and I can still hear a lot of Elvis songs in my mind, right? So I thought that'd be cool. Maybe that's it. Maybe they weren't dreams. Maybe I thought they were cool. But you know what? Then I got to thinking after Gary said that, and I want to dream these big freaking dreams now. I want things that get me going. So now my dream is I literally want to teach the whole goddamn world to invest in something such that when they're done working, whenever that is, they have enough money to live a life they want to live. Because I know, I see so many people that have to work until they can't work anymore and they're dead or whatever because they don't have the means to live. Or if they do, it's such a small life that it's almost tragic. Doesn't have to be that way. So my goal in life is to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. Wait, no, it's to teach the world that they can live these big lives if they just do a little bit earlier, the better, right? So that's my big ass dream. I'm gonna get everybody. I'm gonna be like the tobacco companies. I'm gonna get the whole damn world smoking. But I'm gonna get them smoking on a dream that they can live their life. So that's a bigger dream, and I'm working on it. And I'm gonna figure it out, and we're getting there. All right. And Destiny and I were talking about this before we got on here. Mm-hmm. And I asked her, why don't people have dreams? Because we kind of decided they don't. And she says, I think they're afraid. I'm taking words from you, Destiny. Sorry. Mm-hmm. She says, I think they're afraid. Because here's the thing. When you have a dream, it requires you to put yourself out there to work. Mm-hmm. To make something happen. Now, everybody has a dream. I'm going to win the lottery. I'm just going to go in to 7-Eleven. I'm going to give them $5. I'm going to walk out with $40 million. Okay, cool. That means you get something for nothing, right? I don't know what that counts. Matter of fact, if you want to give me $5, show up here give me $5 and show up here every day. I'll help you get your dream.
That's a hope, not an aspiration.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's just whatever it is. So what I'm telling y'all, I implore on y'all, get a dream, have a dream. You don't have to tell us. You don't have to tell anybody. Tell yourself this is your dream, not my dream, not somebody else's dream. because it's very personal too. I think a lot of people, if they do have a dream, they won't tell you they do because it's a personal thing. You know, I want to dance on Dancing with the Stars or something. What a stupid dream, right? Nah, that's not. It's my dream. You know, whatever your thing is, and that's what you got to do. So I implore on you all to spend some time with yourself. If you don't have a dream, to get one, because what that does is becomes that's your North Star. Your let's charge the gates, go thing. And I'll promise you, I'll sit here today and promise you, if you have a big dream, it gets way easier to get up. It gets way easier to make calls. It gets way easier to do lead follow-up. It gets way easier to be the best version of who you are. Okay? I promise you. And so what I want you to do when you leave this call is just write down what you want to be, when you grow up. What if everything worked out? If the craziest freaking everything lined up and happened, what would that be? And then just write it down and sit with it for a day or two. And then go back to it and say, okay, God damn, that would be cool if I could do that. And then what I want you to do is just jack that thing up. All right. If I could teach 18 people how to become millionaires, God, that'd be great. What if I could teach the whole goddamn world? That would be great. Right? Just do that. All right. And then, because what the latest phrase now is we manifest these things. What the mind can believe in, the body can, whatever that darn saying is. You get where I'm at, right? What the mind can believe and achieve, and the body can whatever.
Well, the mind can perceive, the body can achieve.
Yeah, I think we're getting there. So yeah, but you get my point, right? People, get a dream and go big. Like Gary said, take it from here to here, and then go up. And karma will start to show up. Karma will. It says, I need an update now. Nice. That is not my dream. So at any rate, right? Roll with it. So my point is, write it down, spend some time, and then go back to it. And then let karma start letting good things happen. People will come into your life that will elevate you, right? People will come into your life that you elevate. All that works to make at the end where everybody goes, geez, can you believe they did all that? And somebody else can turn and say, yeah, I do. That would be a cool dream. Okay, what do we got? Mark, add to that.
Yeah, I think what's important in all the dreaming piece is getting really clear on our values. You're tapping into a core value there. And reality is we don't sit there and work through that. And a lot of times, because there's values out of alignment, we sabotage that. Our unconscious mind goes against it. And we just shut down the whole dream. And so taking that time, and what you're really talking about is a reflected life. It's sitting down and reflecting. And that's the margin that a lot of people will spend more time dreaming about a week's vacation at Disney World than their next 20 years, their next 10 years. So take some time, get some margin, get quiet. I would challenge people, sit down, set a timer for 10 minutes and be silent and just listen and just seed that time with, what do I really want? What do I really value? And listen to the words that pop up, and then start moving in that direction.
Absolutely. Here, I'll give you an example. I want to go to Disneyland for a week. Okay, awesome. What if you could take 1,000 underprivileged kids with you? That's a good dream, or at least from my perspective. Maybe you don't want to take any. My dream is to get away from every kid and go to Disneyland. You might want to go somewhere else.
Yeah, I'd love to see you with 1,000 kids at Disney.
Right. That's not my dream. That's not my dream would be like Wally World in the vacation when I'm the only one there. Yeah. But and even then, it's no fun. You ever notice when you go somewhere and there's nobody else there? It's just not as fun.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Anyway, Julie, tell us about your dreams.
Well, instead of my dreams, what I would say is you do a brain dump. Like when you get off of this call, just do a brain dump. Just start writing and think of it this way. If there was absolutely no obstacle, if you were to wave a magic wand and there were no limits whatsoever, and you could achieve anything your brain could conceive, what would it be? There are no limits. If someone else has done it, you can do it. So you write them all down, and that's the first thing you do. Because when you write it down, now you have it. Now you can put it in front of you, next to your computer. You can see it every day. And then the next thing is to think about, what actions can I take? So on a daily basis, what can I do to close the gap between my dream and between where I am now? And is what I'm doing right now getting me closer to or further from that? And that way you have control of it. And then the third thing I would say is, be careful who you tell. I would love to say shout it out to the world, but tell people like this group, come on this, tomorrow, everyone show up and tell us what your dream is. Tell people who are going to encourage you. Tell like-minded people. Tell people who want to see you succeed. That's who you tell. Don't tell them.
You don't have to tell. You don't have to tell. This could be a quiet moment.
You don't have to. You don't have to. But when you put it out into the world, you're going to have a subconscious kick in the butt. And every time you see those people who may not say anything to you, you're going to feel like you want to give them an update, or maybe you don't want to give them an update, but it's going to be a subconscious reminder of, am I getting closer to or further from my dream? And what action can I take today to get closer to that?
Love it. Love it. Destiny, tell us your perspective.
My perspective, I'm a woman of faith. I'm not going to get all preachy, but I'm in a season of having audacious faith and just thinking wild and dreaming big, not thinking small, because like I said, I do believe I was afraid to dream. So getting in that quiet place and just saying, what do I really want? And then going for it. So my dreams are wild and they're big, and I'm excited about what I'm doing to take those steps to get there.
Love it. Love it. Because most people get afraid.
Mm-hmm.
They get afraid and they go small, right? And that's fine. That's fine. Sometimes you have to get there. Here's the other thing I've always found. Well, I don't know if this is true. Do they change? Or are they static in there? You know what I mean? I want to learn a foreign language for a long, long time. Haven't done it yet. Right? Barely getting through this English thing. I want to learn to play an instrument. Haven't done that. Probably kill the tambourine, but outside of that, haven't done it.
Box.
Yeah, right. I get the
Cowbell.
King.
More cowbell.
I was back. They had this game. They had the band playing before the football game, and a group of cymbalers. I don't know who plays the cymbal. Cymbalers, but they would go by. They might make 6 of them in a row. It's bang, bang. I could probably do that.
I think
my timing would be off.
I think they're the percussion section.
Is that what it is? They're not the cymbalers?
We have other options. Yes, the percussion section.
So I do think it's important to do two things. One is, do go for the dream supporters. Find those dream supporters that you can dream with, who are also, and they're typically big dreamers as well. And be careful, to Julie's point, because some of the people closest to you will shut you down, not because they don't love you, but because they want to bubble wrap you and keep you from disappointment because they love you. But that's not what you need.
And that's the excuse they'll give. Because
Yeah.
I love you, I don't want to see you fail. I don't want you to be disappointed. That's a terrible thing to say.
I saw this video. I'm ashamed to admit it, but I was watching Reels, and there's this kid, had to have been maybe 4 years old, on a bicycle, the kind that you just run with your feet. And he was scooting through a house. He was jumping off ramps, going off, crashing, wrecking, all of this stuff. And I thought, that kid is, number one, he's going to have a bunch of scrapes and bruises and things, probably a couple broken bones by the time he grows up. But I love that those parents were not bubble wrapping that kid, that he's going to be a go for it kind of an adult. And I think that's important. If you have children, help them dream.
To Destiny's point about being faith-based, anything that you can dream, look at it and say, well, can I dream as big as what God can deliver?
Right.
And the reality is God can always deliver more.
Mm-hmm.
So when you dream big and have faith that God is your wind, you're going to get there faster.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me just think about it. 20 years ago, 20 years, 30 years ago, some number of years ago, if I told you this, if I showed you this, have you heard the comedian? He said, if I ever went back in time and had to prove I was a time traveler, I don't think I could do it. He said, like, yeah, you're going to have these airplanes that fly in the sky and you're going to sit up there. Well, how do they do that? I don't know. They just do. They would put you down as a lunatic, right? My point is technology changes. If you told somebody if I told somebody when I was growing up that I'd be living at a beach in Florida selling real estate, I mean, they'd be like, who are you? And go get back to work. Things happen. Once you put your mind to it, it's amazing what happens.
Yeah.
And there's so much out there that you don't even know. You can say, well, I want to be the first one to put my real estate sign on Mars. Okay. At some point, there's going to be so many real estate signs on Mars. Somebody's going to say, can you imagine that person who first put the first real estate sign up? When Ben Franklin, we make jokes. Yeah, I sold Ben Franklin's first house, right? Somebody did. Isn't that amazing? So yeah, the opportunities are out there. And the only way they don't get met is because people stop.
Mm-hmm.
You got to write them down. Write them down and read them.
Mhm.
First thing of each day is connect with your vision, connect with your goal, connect with your dream. It's a motivator.
Mhm.
So write it down, put it in front of you, like I say, brain dump and write down everything you can possibly think of. If you walked outside and you came across a little lamp and there was a genie in it, what would you ask for? Put that down as your dream.
More
And-
else.
Yeah, put that down as your dream and work toward it. Write down all of your dreams and then decide what are my top 1, 2, or 3.
Mm-hmm.
But write it down.
Mark,
Well,
what's the concept when somebody talks about a yellow car and all of a sudden you start seeing yellow cars everywhere?
Yeah, it's your reticular activating system.
Same thing.
Mm-hmm.
You put a thought in your mind, all of a sudden you start seeing things that will move. You know what? There you go. I do it with here all the time, right? I'm constantly thinking, what are we going to talk about? And things are bombarding me now. I don't even have to go look for them. I just got to sift.
Well, I think that
sorry.
there's a simple tool, and it's we use it in coaching, and it's called the GROW model. Is what's my goal? What's my present reality? So you're gauging what were my obstacles, what are my opportunities, then what will I do? Goals, reality, obstacles, and opportunities, and what's my next step? What will I do? And when we have that in front of us, I think the first step is dream.
Mm-hmm.
Because everything, if everybody paused right now, don't do this if you're driving, but look around. Everything that you see started out as a dream. It was a thought that became a sketch, that became a design, that became a production list, that became a reality. And even you were a thought in the mind of God before you became a reality. So everything started out as a thought, a dream, sketch, design, production, reality. Then you sit there and grow into it. And so that's my dream. What's my goal? What's the present reality that establishes the gap? What's getting in the way? What are my opportunities? What will I do next? And you will get there.
Mm-hmm.
Promise. And even if you don't, you're going to go a long, long ways.
A lot further. It's
going to be cool. Okay. Last words. Julie, got any?
When you shoot for the stars, you'll at least get close. I can't remember the quote.
Do you want me to try?
Yeah, what is it? Something. You're going to get close. You know?
Yeah. I know what you're saying, but I can't say it. Destiny, what do you got?
I would. Oh, go ahead, Julie. I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to say it's just like have a big dream because you'll get close.
I think it goes something like this. If you shoot for the moon, you'll end up with the stars.
Stars. There you go. That's it.
Aim for the moon, shoot for the stars, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. My dream is to know that. What is yours, Destiny?
I was just going to say, we have to be okay when we're dreaming big to go through the wilderness and the mud and the storms. It's not going to be easy to get to that big, audacious dream, but be okay with going through that season of famine before you get there, because it's going to happen.
Love it.
It's
Mark?
part of the process.
Hey, I can't add anything to what the ladies have said.
All right. And Immortal words of Steven Tyler. Dream on, baby. Dream on. Let's go to work. See y'all tomorrow.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.